Because building a team, at least in my style of leadership, is the most important thing. Building a team around you to reach a dream is the most important thing for you to have, is a great team. The reason Elijah is depressed is because he is alone. He is alone. He is trying to do it all by himself. And it drove him to suicide. He wanted to die. He was anointed, he was gifted, he called fire down from heaven, but inside he wasn't emotionally healthy because he was alone. And when you build a team, I'm not talking about JoJo and Nook Nook and your cousins and them. I'm talking about building a team that's an asset, that brings something to the table, and preferably something different from you. Because if you surround yourself with people who are good at what you're good at, they will compete with you.
Indeed.
If you surround yourself with people that are good at what you're good at, they will compete with you. If you surround yourself with people who are good at what you are not good at, they will complete you. So you want to hire your weaknesses and not your strength. See, you have to be exceptional to be noticed. There are 8 billion people on the planet. Why should people do business with you? Why should they do it with you? There are all kinds of people talking to your kids. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Why should they talk to you? There are all kinds of places where your wife can swipe left. What do you bring to the table that's unique to you? And to be able to do that and to have the ability to be able to do that is a very, very, very important thing. Are y'all getting something out of this? I'm almost done, but I'm gonna take a few questions because a lot of times church people leave stuff up in the euphoric idea. We going to the next level. I'm going on up a little higher. And the Lord said higher. Woo, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, yes, Lord, I'm going up higher. But once they say that, they don't tell you where higher is. They don't tell you that higher requires a new wardrobe. They don't tell you that higher requires that you study a new language. They don't tell you that higher requires that you retool yourself for a greater opportunity. They don't tell you that higher requires that you become accustomed to criticism. That there is always going to be somebody who said you didn't get me. And you have to be okay with that because you are a limited resource. So you got to figure out where is the best use of my resource. I'm limited. I can't be everywhere. And this also has to do with capacity. You don't have maximum capacity. Where can you hit the hardest and make it count the most? Yes, ma'am. I see a question out there.
Hi, Papa. Thank you for continuing this. I have a question for Barbara Sipp. You stated that you always knew you were good, and I recognize that's something that I struggle with is believing in myself. And so I just want to know, is this from previous experience that you were able to gain this belief in yourself, or was it your upbringing? What was it that made you know that you were good?
Well, the best compliment you can get is your client. If they tell you, man, you the best barber I ever had, and keep on hearing it, and then I know, I kind of like knew that I was kind of like good, but once my client said it, it had to be true.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You know what? That is simple, but that is so true. It was the hardest thing in the world for me to believe that I could preach. Yeah, it was hard for me to believe that. And when people tell you something consistently, believe them. Believe them. Don't. And let me take this opportunity to say something else. When somebody loves you, don't talk them out of it. Don't talk about oh no, you couldn't love me. I got these stretch marks. Oh no, I got this bunion on my left toe. Have you seen how fat my ankles are? Shut up. If somebody loves you, let them love you. Don't talk them out of loving you. God God loves you through people. God gives you favor with people. And part of believing him is believing who he sent to build you up in the areas where you have insecurities. And let's be honest, everybody has insecurities. Everybody has insecurities. And that's why it's so important that when somebody does something well, that you take the time to appreciate them, to acknowledge them, to say something to them, because you can never assume that just because a person's good that they know they're good.